There is a number floating around Silicon Valley right now. Sam Altman has spent millions testing it. Elon Musk calls it a universal high income. We call it what it is: severance pay. Because a salary is what they pay you to stay. Severance is what they pay you to leave peacefully. The global economy is preparing to fire you. The AI owners know that your labor, writing emails, coding, driving trucks, is about to hit zero value. If they take all the money, you will burn the system down. So they have designed a payout, a monthly stipend to keep you alive, entertained, and docile. But there's a trap hidden inside that check. Accepting $1,000 a month is the mathematical guarantee that you will stay poor forever. This is the angle, and we need to talk about the bribe. The modern world runs on a simple loop. You work, you get paid, the government takes a slice. That slice pays for the roads, social services, and the debt. It works because you have leverage. You are the engine. The system needs your labor to generate the tax. But AI breaks the loop. We aren't talking about robots replacing factory workers anymore. We are talking about software replacing the tax base, coders, accountants, middle managers, the people who pay majority of the income tax. If AI cuts those jobs by 30%, the government goes bankrupt overnight. Not in 10 years, overnight. So the state is staring at a losing board. If you have no wages, you pay no tax. You don't buy products. If you don't buy products, the companies go bust. And if millions of you lose your status at the same time, you flip the board. This is where the game starts. They need a move that keeps the consumption going and the angry people off the street. Enter UBI. Don't let them call it policy, because it is a desperate attempt to maintain social stability. There is a famous experiment called the ultimatum game. Imagine you are sitting at a table with the AI industry. They have $100 trillion, the projected value of the AI boom. They slide a single $1 bill across the table to you. The rules are simple. If you accept the dollar, the game ends. You walk away with $1. They walk away with the rest of the fortune. If you reject the offer, nobody gets anything. The game blows up. Rational economics says you should take the dollar, because $1 is better than zero. But in real life, humans almost always reject low offers. We reject them out of spite. We would rather burn the 100 trillion than let the other player treat us unfairly. Silicon Valley is terrified of this. They know that if the inequality gets too extreme, the public, player B, will hit the reject button. So UBI is the minimum viable bribe. The goal isn't to make you rich. The goal is to find the exact lowest number that convinces you not to flip the table. Enough for Netflix, noodles, and some agency, but not enough for power. But here is the trap. Let's say you take the deal. The government agrees to pay you $1,000 a month. This creates a Schelling point. In game theory, a Schelling point is a default solution that everyone locks onto without communicating. Once that $1,000 number is set, it becomes the third rail of politics. It is set in stone. Here is the nightmare scenario. If the government tries to lower it to 800, you vote them out. But if they try to raise it to 2,000, they trigger hyperinflation. So the number gets stuck. You get your $1,000 check every month, forever. But meanwhile, the real economy, the one owned by the AI companies, keeps growing. Rents go up. Food goes up. Energy goes up. You become a fixed income asset in a hyper-inflationary world. You will watch bread go to $20, and your check will stay at $1,000. And that would really suck. This leads to the Nash equilibrium of dependency. Once UBI is the standard, the entire economy rewires itself to capture that specific amount of money. If every landlord knows that nobody in the country has zero income anymore, the bottom of the market changes. And don't think this is just some greedy landlord guessing what you can pay. It is automated. Right now, landlords use AI software like RealPage to set rents across entire cities. The second that UBI legislation passes, those algorithms will update the floor price for every apartment in the database. It accounts for the surplus before the check even hits your mailbox. You aren't negotiating with a human anymore. You are negotiating with a pricing bot that knows exactly how much guaranteed income you just received. The efficiency of the capture is 100%. The AI knows you have the money, so the AI takes the money. It's called subsidy capture. The money passes through your hands, but it doesn't stay in your hands. It flows straight back to the asset owners, the landlords, the tech giants, the utilities. You are just the funnel. You feel like you've been helped, but you are actually just the money mule. You are the vehicle they use to transfer printed cash from the Fed to their balance sheets, which leads to the final insult. How do you pay the mules? This is the part Sam Altman skips, because there are only 3 doors. Door 1, tax the rich. Sounds great, but capital is mobile. If you tax the AI server farms too hard, they just move to Dubai or Singapore. You can't tax a player who can leave the table. Door 2, debt. We are already doing that, but you can't borrow 30% of GDP forever. Eventually, the bond market breaks. Door 3, the stealth tax. They print the money, but inflation is inevitable. Door 3 is the only viable option. They will send you the check. The number on the check will stay the same, but the value of money will collapse. Economists have a name for this. It's called the Cantillon effect. It means that money isn't neutral. It matters who gets it first. When the Fed prints trillions for UBI, that fresh money goes to the banks and the tech giants first. They use it to buy assets, houses, stocks, gold, at today's prices. By the time that money trickles down to your UBI check, it has already inflated the price of everything you need to survive. The rich get the asset appreciation. You get the grocery inflation. You are receiving the toxic waste of the money printing process. The UBI check looks like a lifeline, but it ties you to a sinking currency. So, is it inevitable? Probably. The math demands it. When the value of human labour hits 0, the system has to patch the hole or face a revolution. But knowing the game helps you survive it. Do not fall for the safety net narrative. Understand that UBI is a ceiling, not a floor. It is designed to keep you at the bottom. The only way to win an ultimatum game is to have leverage. You need to be player A. You need to own the assets, the equity, land, robots, energy that the system is trying to protect. The bribe is coming. Take it if you must, but do not rely on it, because in this game, the house always wins, unless you own the house. If you believe UBI will divide society further, comment below. And if you want to know which assets survive the inflation trap, subscribe so you don't miss the next move.
If you don't make stuff, there's no stuff.